AITA for walking out of dinner after my boyfriend humiliated me in front of his family over my cooking. I, 26F, have been with my boyfriend, 28, for about a year now. We get along well most of the time. But something happened last weekend that's really been bothering me. We went over to his parents' house for dinner, and ever since, things have been awkward. A bit of backstory: I love cooking. I'm not a professional by any means, but it's something I'm passionate about and take pride in. My boyfriend knows this, but he's constantly comparing my cooking to his mom's, especially when it comes to her lasagna. I've heard about this lasagna more times than I can count, so before we leave for his parents' house, he makes this offhand comment: "Maybe you'll finally learn how to make lasagna properly tonight. Yours could definitely use some improvement." I tried to laugh it off, but honestly, it hurt my feelings. Still, I brushed it aside because I didn't want to start anything before dinner. We get to his parents' place, and as expected, his mom's lasagna is the star of the meal. Everyone is raving about it, and of course my boyfriend jumps in to say, "Oh man, this is real lasagna." OP tried making it once, but let's just say, there's a reason we're all here eating my mom's tonight. Everyone laughed. I felt embarrassed but kept smiling to avoid making things awkward. Then he kept going, saying that I burned the sauce. I didn't, and that maybe I should just leave lasagna to the experts. His family was cracking up, and I sat there, trying not to lose it. It wasn't just a joke to me, it felt like he was putting me down, especially in front of his family, who I'm still trying to make a good impression with. I couldn't handle it anymore, so I excused myself from the table and went to sit in the car. A few minutes later, my boyfriend comes out looking confused and asks why I left. I told him how hurt I was by his comments, and instead of apologizing, he said I was overreacting and that it was just a joke. He said I need to stop being so sensitive and learn to take a joke, especially around his family. I was upset and told him that if he thought embarrassing me in front of his family was funny, maybe he should just date his mom's cooking instead. Now, that didn't go over well. He got angry and accused me of ruining the night. Since then, we've barely spoken, and he's waiting for me to apologize, but I feel like he should be the one apologizing. So now I'm wondering, did I take it too far? Was I being overly sensitive, or was I right to walk out after being embarrassed like that? AITA. Update. AITA for walking out of dinner after my boyfriend humiliated me in front of his family over my cooking. First of all, I want to thank everyone for your comments and support. I was not expecting such a huge response, and I was really overwhelmed by how many of you took the time to share your thoughts. I have been reading through everything, and I appreciate all the advice. So here is the update. After the dinner, things were awkward between my boyfriend and me for a few days. We barely talked, but I knew I could not just let it go. I sat him down and told him how much his comment about my cooking, especially comparing it to his mom's, hurt me. I love cooking and I put a lot of effort into it, so hearing him constantly bring up his mom's lasagna felt like he was saying mine was not good enough. He seemed genuinely surprised and said he did not realize how much it bothered me. He thought he was just teasing and that I knew he was not serious. I explained that while I can take jokes, this felt different because it happened in front of his family and made me feel really small. He apologized right away and said he would stop making those comparisons. I could tell he was truly sorry, which made me feel better. As for his family, I did apologize for walking out, and they were actually really understanding. His mom even mentioned she would love to try my lasagna sometime with no comparisons, which was really kind of her. Things have been better since then. My boyfriend has been more thoughtful about how he talks about my cooking, and I feel like we have both learned something from this. It is not perfect, but I feel hopeful about where things are going. Thank you all again for the support and advice. It gave me the confidence to speak up, and I am so grateful for that.